VR designer Chris here. I've worked on all 6 seasons of The Expanse, and today I'm going to be reacting to this developer presentation that was just released about the Expanse game by TellTale. So let's get into it.
When we began, we really focused on characters. We focused on figuring out who our protagonist was going to be. And then we wanted to lean into what the fantasy of the Expanse was. So we thought about things like zero-G, space travel, crew interaction.
And this is one thing I'm really excited for, is the zero-G. I feel like it's going to add some very interesting gameplay, and good on them for incorporating that into the game.
Keep an eye out for trouble while you're setting up the containment bolts.
I really like the air thrusters on the suit. I feel like that's a nice touch.
Cut anybody's head off, Exo? Back when you ran with DOS?
So we did pitch our idea to James Corey, and they, Ty and Dan, the writers behind that pen name.
Now this I find really interesting, because I was always wondering, was Alcon the one who pitched this to Deck 9 and TellTale, or was it the reverse? So as my suspicions are correct, it was TellTale that pitched the game to Alcon and James Corey, it seems like.
We're really excited by it, and they immediately started to improve on the idea that we brought to them with their own ideas that I won't spoil because they made it into the game. And they also really gave us the confidence to keep finding places in the canon that can be fleshed out more, where there has been storytelling, but there is space for more.
This is some really exciting information. The fact that Ty and Daniel are involved in some regards, it gives me a lot of hope for this game, and wow, that's awesome.
One of the most amazing things about working in The Expanse is that Ty and Daniel have essentially created a whole world that's rich and interesting and feels fresh.
Did you guys see that? The art book in the corner? The Expanse art book? That's good to have if you're developing a game about The Expanse.
And that informed every aspect of development from the beginning.
There are 6 seasons of television, there are 9 books, and it was an enormous undertaking, and we loved it. It was such a wonderful deep dive into this beautifully crafted sci-fi world, and it was important to everybody on the team that we become not just fans, but experts in the world.
There is a lot of source material that these devs can look into from the TV show and the books, and I'm glad that they're taking the source material seriously, so it seems.
So one of the things that's like a big theme on The Expanse is tough choices, I feel like. People have to make tough choices all the time because space is dangerous and tough things are happening all the time, and I feel like we've definitely incorporated that into the game. It helps you feel like you're on an episode of The Expanse, right? But you're the main character, you're the one making those choices.
I love how they're comparing it to an interactive sort of TV show. This is awesome.
If you're watching the show, you have a very diverse crew that's on the Rocinante, and what was interesting about that were the clashing perspectives. And when we were developing characters, we wanted to maintain that same idea of characters from different backgrounds that all kind of have something in their past they don't really want to talk about at the beginning. And as they go through and you get to know these characters, you get to find out where they're from and what they've been through.
Clashing perspectives and revealing more information as you play the game is a great way to do storytelling, and I'm glad that they are taking this approach.
So with Deck 9 as the developer, TellTale as the video game publisher, and Alcon as the kind of IP holder, we found that we had a really just thorough group of fans.
I actually feel the same way with the TV show. So many of the crew on the TV show were fans of the show, and we wanted to make the best product possible. So I understand totally what this guy's talking about.
Honestly, the collaboration was effortless. The passion that everyone has for telling excellent stories shone through immediately. And you could tell from the beginning of the work that we had something really special going on.
Creating a video game is extremely challenging. There are a lot of parties that need to bring something together that looks like it's made by one person, but really it's made by a lot of people. We could run the story by Alcon and get thoughts and perspective from people that made the show, and it allowed us to make something that was authentic to the Expanse universe.
This game seems to be a collaborative effort between a lot of people who are knowledgeable of the Expanse universe, and I'm glad to hear that.
And TellTale also has their perspectives on things, and working with those two was a great collaboration because we could explore things that we hadn't really done before. We're adding new types of gameplay. We're talking about things that TellTale games have done in the past that have inspired us.
I'm really excited about the new types of gameplay, particularly the zero-G has me very excited.
And really getting to talk with other experts in the field about how this stuff works, and going through it has been a big and fun part of how we develop this game.
Yeah, talking to experts is really good idea for making a show that is hard sci-fi like The Expanse, so keep that up.
This is the greatest score any scavenger has ever come across.
How could you possibly know that?
I've been at this a long time. When there's a treasure this big, I make it my business to know about it.
So we didn't get any new gameplay footage, unfortunately, from what we have already seen, but we did get some good insight from the developers. Now, the few things I'm going to say that are a bit critical is that we're still seeing pre-alpha footage. I think at some point soon, hopefully we can get out of the pre-alpha footage and see at least alpha or beta stuff. But another thing I want to comment on is that it will be out for PS5, PS4, Xbox, Xbox One, and the Epic Store, but not Steam. So I think this is an Epic Store exclusive besides consoles, which I'm not that excited for because I really do like using Steam and I don't really use Epic that much, and I think a lot of people are in the same boat. So yeah, that's my only criticism, is that we're still seeing pre-alpha footage and it's an Epic Store exclusive, I believe. What are your thoughts on this TellTale game so far? Let me know in the comments down below, and thank you very much for watching.